niggas thinking on the spot about them being a gangster and you thinking they not.
That's why I hustle. Yeah, I got to hustle.
What's up, y'all? It's KT, the motherfucking Las Vegas Shark. Popping out, doing y'all this video today. First of all, because I ain't been making no videos lately. I do apologize about that. It's probably been about a good 3 months since y'all seen me, really. Well, that's one of the things that I want to talk to y'all tonight. And basically this video is for a lot of my young men out there, you know, that live that street life. But at the end of the day, you don't know what I mean when I be saying, and I speak on it so much in my videos. So I'm really hoping that these youngsters done picked up on what I meant about a long time suffering. The shit that you do, not just out here in these streets, but the shit that you do as a person may affect your future for tomorrow. And if you out here, you ain't being no good person, if you ain't being sincere, if you're not really living right, if you're not coming with pure intentions, I'm sorry about that, then you might find yourself in a position where later on in life, you'll go through things that you never thought you'd experience. It's been a lot of shit within these last 3 months that I done experienced as a man that I never thought I'd see. And one thing that I want to tell y'all, you know, because I feel like this shit need to be spoke on. It's a lot of different mental illnesses out there. And a lot of us have them, you know. A lot of people don't really go and get screened for shit. So we grow up our whole motherfucking life not knowing. Part of our attitude, part of the way we get down, part of the way we react to people, part of the way we respond can be due to mental illnesses. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Since I was age 27, I got deemed medically bipolar. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't no shit that at the end of the day, most niggas is speaking on. A lot of motherfuckers is embarrassed when it comes down to touching topics and shit like that. But out here, I feel like for every person that has a mental illness, they need to go ahead and embrace that shit, for one, because that's the first road to recovery. Second, get seen, get treated, do whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? To get yourself right so that you're in a comfortable space with yourself. Now, a motherfucker like me, because I wasn't the nicest person as a young man, I struggled with that shit. And I was doing it silently. Self-medicating, not on medication, but on drugs. So that I could cope, to be the motherfucker that at the end of the day, niggas is used to seeing. And that was part of my problem. And unfortunately, we go through struggles in life. That's part of what comes with this shit. But the decisions that we make, ultimately, when we realize that we got a problem, oh, trust and believe. That's the type of shit that God looks at the end of the day. And if you ain't wisened up to make better decisions, life could take a totally different turn for you. My last video, it's on 28th Street. Much love, like I said, to everybody on 28th Street. I love y'all sincerely. And I believe in that video, I let y'all know part of the reason y'all haven't been seeing my face was because I didn't have no positive words at that moment. I was dealing with nothing but destruction. And I didn't even realize, because you see, I'm a West Side nigga, so when you go to places like East Las Vegas, they can sniff that shit out. And unfortunately, that was my case. And each and every day, I'm taking my kids back and forth to the same places that we not welcome. Not by choice, but because that was the only place that we could go to shop. I don't got hate in my heart for nobody, but I do believe protect yourself at all times. And adapting to that situation, with me already being in a fucked up headspace, I lost myself again as a person. And that's some shit you don't never want to do. Some of the shit that I experienced living over there and being over there and having to survive over there came with a lot of violence. I had to turn into a violent person. Whether you are doing it for a name, whether you're doing it for a negative reason or a positive reason, that shit come with a price. Especially when your kids may not be going out there with you, but when you leave out that door, they know that you going out there on some bullshit. And I promised my big homie, really, that I wouldn't even get on no ignorant shit because we trying to promote peace. Shouts out to you, big homie, Trail Stewart. Living a dual lifestyle of trying to be a father and raise kids, but still having street shit going on, and it's leading closer and closer to where you live at and where you lay your head. That shit could take a turn for the worst. Your enemies ain't never supposed to know where you lay your head. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because this shit go deep. That's why I popped out tonight. So y'all do take time to watch this shit, because it's a message that come behind everything that I'm finna tell y'all. Everything that I had to go through. I'm bipolar. I take medications. Like I said, I was using drugs to medicate. It turned me into a different person that I looked at. And for a split second, I didn't even know who the fuck I was. All I know is I'm getting up every day and it feels like I'm on a hunt. Not by choice, but because niggas started it with me. But like I said, the decisions that you make be the outcome of the shit that you have to go through. I almost got myself in some bullshit, and it wasn't nothing but the Lord that spared me one more time. My mama had to get me up out the situation, because them people was outside that motherfucking door. Everybody that know what I'm talking about, you know. She dropped me off at home. She had no idea. For a split second, I had forgot that I stopped medicating with the right type of medications for my mental illness. So I'm not thinking rational at all. A lot of motherfuckers don't know this, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. That shit led me to a mental ward. 73-hour hold. Because I'm doing so much that I lost who I was. And that was the lowest, because I done been in some low points in my life, but that was the absolute lowest that I'd ever fucking been as a man. But I'm not gonna let that shit break me. I keep pushing just the same. I get out of there. I come home. I'm in a situation where here it is. I'm doing so much in the streets. I'm not paying attention to the warning signs that's going on in my motherfucking body. And this is the part that I need the youngsters, the shorties to listen to. This gangbanging shit don't benefit you at the end of the day. It don't. Can I be honest with you? I done made more money as a motherfucking hustler than I ever did from gangbanging. But guess which one is the harder job? The gangbanging. Why? Because when you a hustler, at least all you worrying about is your money. When you out there gangbanging for real, you got a constant job going on because you're watching everything around you. And if you a motherfucker like me that's done been through some shit, you weighing up all of the good with the bad every time people approach you. But I get through that. I get to a point to where I make peace around there with the ones that I'm beefing with. I wake up one morning, I'm aching, and all of y'all know I have sickle cell anemia. So I'm already knowing what's going on. I go to the hospital. While I'm in there, my doctor comes to see me. She said, Taylor, I want to go ahead and run some tests. Now, the cold part about it is like I said, I was ignoring the warning signs of what the fuck was really going on. I'm having a problem right now in my waistline area. A day later, the results from the test come back. I'm sitting there in the hospital bed. My doctor and all of the specialists that work in the same doctor's office show up to my room. My doctor was like, well, I need to tell you something. The first thing I'm thinking is, don't tell me no shit like I'm finna die. Not after I done already experienced everything I have. Shit that I'm going through right now ain't life-threatening, but it's life-changing. She tells me that she wants to do hip replacement because with the sickle cell, you have nerves and you have bones. And eventually, once you get old enough, they start to wear down. And right now, my waistline, my two bones that are in my waist are damn near totally gone. I couldn't do nothing but put my motherfucking head down. And that's something as a gangster you never do. As a man, you never do. And at first, I was angry. I ain't gonna lie about that. Because I still got shit in life that I wanted to do medically to help people. But I had to come to terms and take that shit on the chin, because at the end of the day, I didn't do what I was supposed to with my health. I'm out there doing so much of everything else that I'm not looking at my health and going back and forth to the doctor to get my meds like I need to. But it's part of that long time suffering that I was telling y'all about. And that's why when God is trying to do something in your life to change you and to spare you, take heed to it in the beginning. Don't be one of the ones where you have to learn the hard way. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm hard fucking headed. I am. I have my warnings. And low key, I'm thinking that I'm listening, but I'm really not. Because it's still shit that I'm doing and I'm partaking in. But I had to come to the cold, hard reality. When you abuse drugs, you beating up your body. When you out there gang banging and fighting and doing all of that shit, you abusing your body. That's something your big homies is not gonna tell you. And ultimately, it leads to shit like this. I'm sorry, y'all. It's important. I need these shorties to see how real this shit is. This is how I'm learning to adapt to, or what I have to learn to adapt to use that I ain't never had to do in my motherfucking life. And ultimately, if I don't get this shit done, it's gonna lead to a wheelchair. No walking at all. And it still could. Even after the surgery is done, this shit could still lead to wheelchair status where I ain't walking no more. But the cold reality of it is because I have sickle cell anemia and I lived this life. And I did people wrong. This is part of that long time suffering that I got coming. But I ain't giving up with this shit. I'm still not gonna let my platform go. And if any of mine need me, I'm still gonna be right there. But I'm gonna do it from a man's perspective. Not on no gangbanging shit no more. I'm gonna always be where I'm from. I'm gonna always go to hood day. I'm gonna always love the ones that was there for me and that need me. But other than that, if you see me and you got a problem with me, it better be because of something that I did to you as a man. Because I ain't getting on no gangbanging shit with you. I got too much to lose. And unfortunately, the streets don't have no rules when it comes to this type of shit. Niggas will see you and don't give a fuck. Niggas will see you and still get on that with you. And like I said, I'm gonna protect myself by any means necessary. And you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But it's gonna be along the lines of because harm was coming to me or my fam. Not just because you want to get ignorant. Because half of you niggas that hate me, nigga, walk a mile in my shoes. Tales of a Las Vegas gang member, y'all. I love y'all. It was very important that I came to give the shorties this message. Much love to everybody that fuck with these videos and watch these videos. I'm still gonna do it for y'all. So with that being said, I love y'all. I'm out. West, y'all.